This is the podcast to improve your English listening skills while learning something new in English. Every episode, we bring you interesting topics in simple and clear English, so you can listen, learn, and grow. So, sit back, relax, and let's get started.
Okay, so today we're going deep on something we all do every day, but maybe you don't always think too much about how to introduce yourself in English.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it seems pretty basic, right? But we've got this document, perkinellanddeary.pdf, and looking through it,
Right.
I was kind of struck by how much there is to consider if you really want to nail that first impression.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, whether you're traveling, meeting people online for work, or even just at a party, a really solid intro can make all the difference.
Like the foundation for everything that comes after.
Exactly.
So we're not just talking about like saying your name and where you're from.
Right.
We're going to get into how to make those introductions really count.
Yeah, we'll break down the essential parts, look at some real examples, and even share some tips to help you sound more natural and confident.
All right, so the document jumps right in with greetings.
Yeah.
The classic, hi, nice to meet you, or hello, my name is, like, we all know those, but what makes them actually work?
I think the key here is tone. It's not just the words themselves, right? It's that warmth in your voice, a smile, that kind of energy that shows you're genuinely happy to be connecting with someone.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. When someone sounds like they're actually excited to meet you,
Yeah.
it instantly puts you at ease.
Totally. It makes you want to open up more too.
So next up is the name.
Yeah.
We see examples like, my name is John.
Yeah.
Or you can call me Johnny. So when do you go for the more formal versus the casual?
Good question. I think it depends a lot on the context.
Right.
Like if you're in a professional setting, sticking with your full name is probably best. But in a more relaxed environment, offering a nickname can help build that quick rapport.
It's like signaling, hey, we're on the same level here.
Exactly.
Now, the document also mentions age as optional,
Right.
giving examples like, I'm 20 years old. When would you include that and when would you skip it?
I think it comes down to relevance.
Yeah.
Like if you're at a student gathering or something, age is a natural point of connection.
Makes sense.
But in a professional setting, it might not be as important and could even introduce bias.
So be mindful about when it actually adds to the conversation.
Exactly.
And we have origin and residence.
Yeah.
I'm from Indonesia.
Alright.
Live in Jakarta. This feels like a good way to give people some context.
Definitely. It's a great way to spark conversation, especially if you find someone who's been to your country or city.
Yeah, that shared connection can be huge.
Totally.
Next, we've got occupation or education.
Right.
Examples like, I'm a student at XYZ University, or I work as a teacher. This seems crucial for understanding what someone's currently focused on.
It definitely gives you insight into their world, right? Like what their day-to-day looks like.
Yeah, and maybe where their interests lie.
Absolutely.
Now, this is where it gets fun.
Okay.
Hobbies and interests. We've got examples like, I like reading books and playing football.
Oh yeah, this is where your personality really shines through.
Totally.
And I think the more specific you can be, the better.
Okay.
So instead of just saying, I like music,
Right.
maybe mention a specific genre or instrument you play.
So give people something to really latch onto.
Exactly. That's how you make those connections and spark those conversations.
And finally, we have learning goals.
Yeah.
Like, I'm learning English to improve my communication skills.
This is so important, especially if you're connecting with other learners.
It creates that sense of shared purpose, right?
Totally. It shows you're proactive and have a clear vision.
Now, the document also gives us some full examples,
It does.
like Sarah's intro, which is nice and concise, and then Daniel's, which is a bit longer and more detailed.
Yeah.
Both great, but different approaches.
Exactly.
And one thing I love is how the document emphasizes using a friendly tone,
Oh, yeah.
adding those unique details on positive body language, and not being afraid of mistakes.
It's all about being yourself and letting your personality shine through.
That's what people remember.
Absolutely.
So to wrap this all up, we've gone through the key elements of a great English intro.
We have.
From your greeting and name to maybe your age, from what you do, your hobbies, and even your learning goals.
Yep.
And we saw how those examples like Sarah's and Daniel's really brought it all together.
Right.
Plus, we talked about the importance of that warm, friendly delivery.
Absolutely.
So now I want you to think about how you would introduce yourself using all of this. What's one unique detail you could share that would make you stand out? And how clearly can you articulate your goals? Because when you nail that introduction, it opens up a world of possibilities.
It really does.
And that's the power of a great first impression.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.